Hello. Hi, everyone. Hope I'm coming through okay. Let me know if you can see and hear me in that. We're going to be playing some Darwin's Journey, which is designed by Simone Luciani and Nestor Mangione, who have collaborated on Newton before that I've played. That I really enjoyed, and they've both done plenty separately as well, or in other collaborations. You can see and hear me perfect. Hi, everyone. Hey, Jen Wayne, Wolf, Michael, Ian, Matt, Skycroft. Thanks for joining me. And everyone else watching now or in the future, of course. So this is a game about Darwin's journey, basically. It's a worker placement game. We have some workers. They have skills as well. They've got these seals representing skills that they've got. They're determined by cards that are drafted at the start, but basically certain worker placement spots will want you to have certain combinations of seals for you to be able to go there. So you'll want to train your workers so they have some great seals so they can go to better places. Not all of them need seals. Not all the places can only have one person there. There's a general worker placement thing that there's like areas of worker placement spots. So if someone is in an area already, you have to pay 3 coins to go there, even if you're already there and you want to go there again. And so like these books are separate areas. I've just kind of realised the implication of that. Like knew that as a rule, but just suddenly realised, oh, so exploration and navigation are blocked out a bit. There are some bookmarks that have come with the game, but it hasn't told me to use them. I wonder if they're only in expansions or something, or higher player counts. Or I've just plain forgotten. Who knows? So yeah, we're going to be doing various things to train our workers, to perform correspondence, to get bonuses at the end of rounds, to sail on our lovely ships behind the Beagle. Well, not necessarily behind the Beagle. At the moment we are. And we're going to get to various bonuses on the oceans. We're going to get to explore these various islands. The seas and the islands have species of animals out there that we want to research and then bring our research back to the museum to get some money and ultimately advance the theory of evolution. It's not the only way to get points, but it is a substantial way of getting points. And yeah, the person who does that best wins. So the solo mode to this is designed by David Torcy of many games, but also many solo modes of other people's games. And his big thing, his big ethos with solo modes is that they should feel like the multiplayer game. I haven't played the multiplayer game, so I can't tell you how well it does that, but hopefully the game itself will be clear. And I think just about ready to start. Oh, I should say, I always forget this until about 20 minutes in. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do it here at Patreon or on Ko-fi. There are links in the description that will send you right there. Your support will be massively appreciated. Every little helps to keep all of this going. And yeah, I think that's it. Hey, Marco. Hey, Handpads, you got a safety notification. Awesome. Yeah, so this is like, it was on Kickstarter a good while ago, wasn't it? I late pledged, and that was maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, I went through some difficulties like everything did in recent years. But hey, it's here now. This is the collector's edition of the game. I'm not sure if there's a difference in Kickstarting it. Probably will be in retail. The differences are like metal coins. There are little rubber versions of the seals rather than just punchboard ones, which actually, like, they are lovely. And they don't move about like cardboard ones, but also they stick to each other in this bag, like back to back. They've got little sticky backs, stick to each other a bit. Not a huge deal. There's upgraded bits, like we've got like turn order tracks, like some little markers have got little upgrades to them. Like it's not enormous. Oh, there are these cardboard. These tokens would be cardboards. In the standard edition, but they're little wooden ones for there are some mini expansions included, and then there's a couple extra that I think came with it or were placed on top. Yeah, there's pirates and stuff in some of the expansions. Just little things, not massive differences to the collector's thing, but yeah, just in case you're wondering, you get hold of it and you're like, where are my metal coins? They're a different thing. Oh, the bookmarks of higher player counts. That's why I haven't seen them. Trying to scan through just to make sure I hadn't missed anything where I was like, when do I use these? Hey, Silver. No Marty today. He's elsewhere. He's not bothered. Yeah, he is not. Hi, Rach.
Hi.
There's Rach materialising, kind of, out of nowhere. Hey, yeah. So I think we're good to go then. So there were a couple of things done in setup. I think I got given the choice of 5 different cards saying like which crew is which. Your crew has also got like some seals on them. This is the seal that they will start with. These seals here, if you can get that configuration, so this like row represents that crew member kind of. So if you can get this combination of seals in their row, then they will be done and they'll unlock their lovely bonus at the bottom. So I've got 3 crew members, I've got 4 coins, I've also got a couple of objectives, a gold and a silver. There were 2 sets paired up and I chose this set. So I want to get a couple of yellow seals. I did start the game with 1, so halfway there. And I want to get to the 4th space of the theory of relativity track. Not relativity, evolution. We'll do relativity as well, eh? We'll prove it all. And this one I want to have 8 coins and to have researched a species with this symbol on it. So I don't know if you can see on these smaller bits here. Maybe it's better looking at the museum. You see each species is divided into a colour and a symbol. So I want to have researched a species with the flower on it. A flower species. Right. That's what I've got. Alfred, our solo opponent, always goes first, no matter what. So there is an action in the game that adjusts the turn order. Solo, it's just for getting coins. You can get 3 coins by going there. It takes your whole action. But yeah, you can still do it, but Alfred will go first no matter what you do. So, here goes first. We're playing against easy Alfred as well. We'll see about that. So he's got a load of cards. When you draw them, if he's already got 2 out that do the deliver specimens action, this symbol here, then you shuffle all of his cards up. It's his first card, he's not going to have that. So you worked down his cards top to bottom until he can do something. So first of all, he will try the small diary action. There are a few different kind of sections of the board for their names. This small diary action is down here. This is how we put lenses out onto the board. So all of these worker placement spots, at the start of the game, it looks like there's tons of places to go and tons of things going on. But actually, like they're separate actions. And you can't go to any of these places with these red coin symbols. These are actions that will be unlocked later by the thing that Alfred is doing now. So if you wanted to do the navigation action, if you wanted to move your boat, the only thing you can do is this action up here and move it 2 spaces. Later on, you have to unlock the actions top to bottom. People will be able to put their lenses out and unlock these actions and get a bit of a benefit if other players use their actions that they've unlocked. So he is going to unlock an action. I would highly recommend as well, if you're playing solo, there's a great player aid by Andrew Platt on Board Game Geek that kind of summarises, like if you played any of David Tortsy's solo modes before, you know, like initially there's a lot to kind of keep in mind that you're doing these things in the right order and you're remembering all the little bits, especially for the general worker placement stuff. But yeah, it's nice to have a little bullet pointed reminder. So Alfred will only go to the small diary if no other workers are here. Will not pay extra to go here because there are 2 worker placement spots. If I was already here, another player could come here by paying 3 coins, but Alfred won't do that with this action. He places his bottom most available worker. He's got 4 available workers, that's all he'll ever have. They've got letters that matter for when he does this big middle action here. So he's going to come here. If I want to use this action, it's going to cost me 3 coins. He's going to place one of his personal lenses. Where's he going to place it? At the topmost locked location of one of the main diary actions. He will not unlock these special actions. These special actions here are tiles rather than printed on the board, randomly chosen. In the solo game, you only get 4 instead of 6. These top 2 start out unlocked, but you have to have workers that are eligible to go there by having the right combination of seals. This is kind of the easiest one to go to, but it's still locked because you only need a couple for it. But the action is a bit less powerful to balance that out. So yeah, he'll only unlock the main actions, and he'll unlock the topmost location of the place that his topmost worker can satisfy with his seals and coins. So sometimes when we're looking at actions that Alfred can do, we are looking at a specific worker, and then if that worker can't go anywhere, we'll go to this worker, then this worker, then this worker. We're looking at a specific worker where they are allowed to go based on the seals that they have, the best thing that they could do by having 2 yellow seals. Alfred can also have the equivalent of these tokens. So if I want to place somewhere and I haven't quite got the right number of seals, if I'm a seal short, I can spend this kind of neutral token to temporarily, for the purposes of the action that I'm doing, give me the one seal that I'm missing. You can spend multiple if you've got multiple. Alfred doesn't have them, he has hypothetical ones you can spend 3 coins for. So you'd be looking at like the best thing he could do with the seals he's got and like paying 3 extra. As it is, his topmost worker, in this mode anyway, has 2 yellow seals on it. Which of the top actions can be used with 2 yellow seals? It's the correspondence action, so that's what he's going to do. He's going to pop his seal on there. That costs 4 coins to unlock. There's a big red 4 on the action. So he spends coins. He doesn't actually have the coins. He's got a nice little track at the bottom here. Starts out with 8. If he ever gets more than 12, he moves on his bonus track instead. His bonus track has actions that will be triggered when his marker gets to these spaces, and those actions are different based on the difficulty you're playing, as well as the board being different. They're the other side of the player boards. As well as the board being different, the selection of 2 cards is different, and then each time you play, it's just random which one's on the left or the right. So he places that lens down, and just like a normal player, when you place one of these lenses down, you get to do the action that you have just unlocked for free. You don't pay any costs for it, you don't have to have any seals there, you don't place a worker for it, you just get the stuff. So we've seen the lens placing action. Now see one of the more general, the main actions, which is correspondence. So correspondence is putting stamps from your player board onto these letters here. Generally, there's an exception later on when we get more experienced workers, but generally, all of the stamps you get to place have got to go on the same letter. So you see, like, depending on the action that you're taking, it tells you how many you place in. He's just unlocked this action, so he's getting to place 3 stamps. So the priority of the stamps that he takes, a player can choose which of their stacks they come from. He wants to take them from the topmost stack, so it's going to be 3 of the 4 stamps in the pile. And which letter does he want to place them on? First of all, his priority is, can he take majority away from me on any of these letters? Because it's the majority that gets, there's a first and second place for any of these rewards. Can he take majority away from me on any of these letters? No, because I've not gone there yet. So instead he will go to the topmost letter with the fewest of his stamps. So he'll go for this top letter here. At the end of the round, when we've all placed our workers, we'll judge the correspondence. So if he's in first place for this, which he probably is going to be, well, we're using the right temporary knowledge token. He'll get a temporary knowledge token and 2 gold. He won't technically, because he doesn't take these tokens. He gets 3 coins instead, because remember, he can always do them. He can hypothetically have those tokens for when he needs them. So there we go. That's what he'll do in the future if he comes to this correspondence action. And we've done his turn, I think. Okay, he did a lot because he kind of did a sneaky double combo. But yeah, generally, like, he'll be looking down his list of workers to do different things. Okay, so now we have got a choice of things to do. I don't think I could start with buying a lens, because I would have to pay for him being there, wouldn't I? I'd have to pay for the 3 for him already being in this section. And then I'd have to buy a lens. So I was kind of looking forward to, with the objectives that I've got, like the flower. There's a flower right on this island that we start from. If I move a couple of spaces on here, I was thinking about that. This one here, get 1 more yellow seal, move 4 spaces along the theory of evolution. That's kind of doable. I like unlocking extra workers. I don't know how effective it'll be. There is an end of round bonus for each of the rounds. This one, it's have researched. So you either have to go and find them on the seas or the lands, or you have to do an action that researches species that have already been delivered to the museum. You can get 6 points for every mineral that we've had a look at, fossil. Every pickaxe that we've researched, you can get 6 points for that. Now, there is one in the museum. Lower player count, you get the museum filled in a little bit at the start of the game to help you out a bit. So one's there. The other three, two of them are down here, and one of them is here. Kind of, that's miles away. We've got to get our ship to like here to get a person on this island, and then we've got to move them a load of spaces to get to here. Near the end, isn't it? That bit. And this one, we start on this island, so we can be moving on it with an action, but that's still a fair number of spaces away to be researching any of these things. To set that as like a big goal for the round. It would be nice to do one, because it's 6 points, and they'll still get some points. But yeah, it's probably not something we're going to get to do tons of. Second round, it's going to be the animal symbol, the paw. 3 of the 4 are already in the museum, so it would be a lot of researching existing species to get that up. Have personal lenses out is round 3. Have cleared stacks of correspondence is that little stamp symbol, and then have green seals, which generally I don't actually need. Like, I didn't really get. I think that might have been the most green seals on the choices of cards that I had, was just 1. So I don't know how effective I'm going to be at that, and that's kind of the big last round one. Which space does it apply to the diary? I thought it was just all action areas. I could be wrong though. Let's have a look at the. So unfortunately, the rulebook is a bit big, and cumbersome to get through. Because also it's got the expansion stuff in it. So like the solo rules start there, like halfway through, and they're only a few pages. So there's like. When does it finish? At like 35? Oh, the page count numbers don't continue. There's a good chunk, nearly half the book is expansion stuff. It's probably, I understand why, it's probably very expensive more expensive to do separate rulebooks than it is to just add pages to an existing one. But yeah, it's big. Where's the bit? Like a diary section. Yeah, the small diary is always a single diary section, regardless of the player count. So it's just, there's no cost for placing your first person into a diary section. So that's a diary section, that's a diary section, that one, and then these are all separate diary sections here, these like cordoned off bits. Yeah, the square magnifying glasses are special things. So square or rectangular, I think that's just here, and the turn order one that isn't really turn order in solo. So they are special actions that, even though they are like diary sections, the square stroke rectangle means you never have to pay extra placement costs for those. So yeah, the lens is kind of off limits to me unless I earn a load of money, because it's 4 or 5 to pop a lens out, and I'd have to pay 3 for him being there. So that's kind of locked off to me. Yeah, I'm against the white bot. It feels like he's going to do a lot of stamps. So I wanted to do all of this exploring and start thinking about these species and all of this stuff. But now he's unlocked that as a first action. I kind of feel like going there. Because surely he's going to try and go there at some point this round. And get to do, for free, if I'm not in either of these sections, he's going to get to, for free, do 3 more stamps. And take stuff away from me, and I'm not getting anything out of this section. If I use his lens, he gets a coin. It's the downside to it. But I kind of feel like that's going to get in his way a little bit. It'll still be decent to do correspondence. The downside is that space right there needs 2 yellow seals. And I don't have that on any of my workers. This kind of represents, like, I think me, or just a wild card worker, rather than one of these cards that we've got. It'll never get more wax seals than this one purple one, but purple is wild, so you can go anywhere. I could just pay extra, place either of these things. I might as well just place my yellow one. I've got to spend my temporary knowledge to do that. Start the game with that. That kind of gives me temporarily, for the purposes of this placement, an extra seal of my choice. So I'll say that that's yellow, so we can go in there. He's going to get a coin for me doing that. And I'll get to do the correspondence action, which is not very different to what he just did. I just get the choice of where I want to take my stamps from. So when you clear a stack of stamps, this is true for the bot as well, you will get to unlock a special ability. Something will trigger when we go out there. So I can move my ship more. I can get an extra seal on one of my workers from the display with a 2-coin discount. And you can see, like, as you start to put more coins out, it starts to cost you money as you start to put more in a row, but your workers do get better. They unlock bonuses. They're worth points at the end of the game. And also the place that we get seals from, top row free, lower down, more money. So a discount would be handy. And the green is exploration, moving our people on the island. I think if I want to be doing some animals, I want all of the things, really. So I get 3 stamps just like he did. I'm going to take them from my top shelf. They can come from different places on your board, but where they go has to be the same letter. So there is a little thing with the workers. I said they get more experienced. When they've got this many seals, so they come to this point where they've got 4 seals underneath them, they get their silver certification. And then, depending on where you're placing them, so you see the action that I'm taking here lets me place 3 tokens. If my worker had enough seals to make them silver certified, they would get this bonus. So I'd get to place an extra 1. Or like if we were getting seals, I'd get an extra 1 there. If they're gold certified, so their row is completely full of seals, they've got this one here, which for correspondences, you can place your stamps on different letters. So kind of... Who's placed it? Hey Chris, how's it going? See if I'm playing it right or not first as well. Hi Michelle. 3 suboptimal because I have to give half rounded up. Yeah, like it's just stopping him placing as many, I suppose. Like it's clearing more off my thing as well. Yeah, at the end of the round, once the person in the lead, that anyone who got a bonus from the thing has to give up half rounded up. So I'm just kind of doing it to get in his way, really. I see what you mean though. So the bonuses of the things are... The winner here would get 1 exploration and 1 navigation. Move the people on an island 1 space, move the ship 1 space, or just move their person on an island 2 spaces. Bottom would just get 1 space, or the choice of... Oh, you can't quite see the correspondence there. Can you see it in the south one? Oh, that isn't taking us to the right place at all. Oh, you can just see that one little bit. There we go. We'll have an angle just for that thing. Save the seal and place on the top space. I suppose it is clearing another 1 off my stamps, isn't it? Because I can take from multiple stacks later, so like I'm closer to my bonuses as well. It is clearing them off, but it's also clearing them out of my space as well. I suppose it's cost me my temporary knowledge token, hasn't it? It's given him a coin and cost me a temporary knowledge token. But he will also get to go there, and he gets bonuses as well when he clears his stamps off. I don't know what the better thing to do is. I'm just doing things. So, do I want to move on an island? Yes. Or do I want 1 of each? I think I want to move on the island more. So I will go for the bottom one. So I've got 3 stamps on that correspondence now. And that's my action. I placed a worker. So he's got no deliver specimen symbols on his cards just yet. So we draw again. First up, he is going to try to do the small die reaction again. Remember, he only does that if nobody is there. So he's not going to do that again. He is now going to try and place his workers in this kind of priority. So starting with worker A, he's going to try and place them in the strongest worker placement location. So worker A, it's got 2 yellow seals. I think would be doing the correspondence if they could. So their strongest worker placement location is the bottommost, so they have to be unlocked, but the further down you go, the stronger the action is. The bottommost unlocked and empty action with at least 1 matching wax seal of what they want to do. The cheapest in coin, Remember, if he's missing a seal for an action that he wants to do, he can pay 3 to imagine that he had a temporary knowledge to do that. And if we've still got a decision to make, it will be based on the leftmost seal on that worker, because there are spaces for him to get more things as well. So places where that worker can go, I suppose, like, will they go for the special actions? Like, they just do different things, right, if they go for the special actions, don't they? So I'm thinking this one up here, they could just place, because they've got 1 yellow. They would have to pay 3 coins because I'm already in that section. So if they wanted to do this yellow or this red thing, that's all 1 diary. You've got to pay 3 coins if you want to do something in that section. Other things that involve yellow, like there are general things that don't require seals. But would this unlocked special action be the best thing for them? They kind of ignore what the tile itself does, I suppose, because that's a ton of variables. The bot doesn't know what these tiles do and how to integrate it into its plan. They just get a load of bonus steps instead. So I think that would be the strongest thing that they could do. It would still cost them 3 coins. But that is like a special bit that they go to. Is the strongest worker placement location always up there? Yeah, I feel like they'll probably do correspondence. It is what they lean towards anyway, isn't it? There's a lot about their strongest placement location. Based on the wax seals, the unlocked locations. Yep. Because they don't have to be. Oh no, this is a main diary action, so everything I'm considering about this doesn't matter. This is a main diary bit, and it does say on my player aid as well that it's a main diary action. So he's just looking at places on here that worker can go to. So the only thing that worker can go to is this action up top here. So the magnifying glass, rather than the personal lens, means that multiple people can go there, but you've got to pay that penalty. So I'm already in that diary section. He's got to pay 3 coins for going in there. Now he's only got 2 coins, but he's going to get to do a bit of correspondence. So 1, that stack's empty, but there's no bonus next to it. 2, and I think he'll go on the next one because he can't take the majority from me by putting 2 down on something I've got 3 stamps for. So I think he will go and grab himself that majority, which I feel like that's the round then, as far as correspondence goes, unless he pays a load to do that again. Yeah, it's a special card, isn't it, that has him do diary things. This main block is for just main diary things. Okay, so he's gone there. So we've stopped him taking a stamp off there, I suppose. Okay, now we're back on our own. So I could do some sailing. I could do some navigating, couldn't I, on the island by placing my kind of wildcard worker. I kind of want to kind of lay my claim on this diary before I have to pay an extra thing. Yeah, I suppose like if I only move my, so going for a green action now would let me move 2 spaces. If you only get the bonus though of the place that your worker ends up on. So I would get to research this specimen if my worker ends their movement there. There is a juicy 4 coins though if you just took the 1 movement. You can move less if you want to. And that would help towards an early objective, wouldn't it, of getting those 8 coins. And then, I suppose my other one is 2 movement again. Maybe I should have gone for the middle letter, actually, thinking about it, because I could have had a boat movement as well. But yeah, my bonus movement could be getting me that species, and then I would have both the things, and I could achieve an objective. We can get more objectives as well. We can think about that. So that probably is the thing to do. I don't know what we'll do with our other workers just yet, but let's lock in here. So there's no other places unlocked to do any of this yet. The only other way of getting coins is the turn order action, which, remember, doesn't affect the turn order in the solo game. Alfred's always first, but it would get me 3. You can get 2 from doing the objective action as well, but as a way of jumping up to 8 coins early, and then we're kind of free to spend them more, aren't we, if we grab them early. And the objectives could lead to some nice things. So, yeah, let's just move 1 and get them 4 coins. So Alfred is cards stay out. He's going to try and do the lens action again. His cards love him doing that lens action. But that's already been done. So the next thing that he tries to do, this is when he does things in the special action diary. So the special action diary is where those tiles are. There's a different icon for whether he's trying to go in the top left or the top right. This one, top left, of course. So if no other workers are present in the special action diary, he will place his bottommost worker in the top left or top right space of the special action diary. I don't think he does the things though, does he? I think he gets to ignore the seal requirement because he doesn't get to take the action like I can, because he would need like specific combinations, and he doesn't really take into account what the thing does. Yeah, he doesn't activate the action, and the worker doesn't need to meet the requirement because he's going to get to do something else in a minute. So he goes on that space, blocking it off. I'm nowhere near being able to go there anyway, really. But the downside is this arrow. Whenever we see this arrow, Alfred moves his bonus marker, which is this worker on this track, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And whenever it reaches a card, we do the thing on the card. And so just happen to come out this way. It'll change round by round as well. He's going to do a navigation action. So Alfred's ship moves the full distance he is allowed. Just 1 space on this. There's no number, so just 1 spot. Full distance allowed, taking the longest route, and performs every action sailed through in the order he reached them. This spot here with the beagle hasn't earned him anything. There's nothing on the space. It's just where the beagle starts. But there's something that we work out at the end of each round when we work out these bonuses. Alfred doesn't necessarily get the bonuses how I do, scoring them properly, but we do get penalties based on how far behind the beagle that we are. So he's kind of narrowed that gap. He isn't going to get a bit of a penalty at the end of the round for that. So there we go. He's blocked another space off. He's had a bit of a bonus. And I've now got a blue and a red worker. So, actions that are available to me now. If I want to hang on to this money, we aren't doing any main diary actions. What we can do is, it would have been nice to get that species, because then I could, ooh. What is that species? Oh, do you know what? Take back City. I've thought of a better way around of doing this. I'm going to have my full 2 movements, and I'm going to research that species that's there, because we can get money by delivering it. So, stopping on there, I get to research this species. I put a little glass bead on my player board here, based on the thing that I've just researched. So that's going to matter later on for all sorts of things. For my objective, hey, I've got loads less coins there. But what we can do is come over here to this deliver species action. You can do it up to 2 times. First time is free. Second time costs you 3 coins. Second time in the same action. I'm only going to do it once though. I've only researched one species. So to deliver a species, it has to not be present in the museum. Check I'm getting all of my steps properly done. Where's my deliver specimen? There we go. So off to the side of the board, I've basically got all of these missing tiles arranged in the order that they're meant to be in. Grab the matching museum token from the one set aside during setup, place it on its location. don't worry, like any advice is welcome, so I don't just get stuck in silence trying to decide things sometimes. But yeah, take backs. You got to allow them when we realise, oh, actually, that was a better thing to do. So that goes there. If it was your second one, pay 3 coins. It's not. If this is the first museum token placed in that row, grab yourself the beautiful coin we've got there. If it's the last thing placed in the row, you also get to move your theory of evolution. I'm thinking about this. This is something that I saw when I was waiting to start. So right here is the animal. 1, 2, 3 spaces in front of me. That is the last animal that needs to be placed there. Placing that marker, delivering it to the museum, would get you, amongst other things, the coin for it being the first thing placed, because I know it's not the first, but these things that were placed in setup don't count. You would get the coin for it being first, and you would get the book for it being the last thing in the row. So that would be a great thing for me to get if I don't just get raced in front of. So yes, I get the coin that was there. Yep, it's not the last one. Then we gain bonuses. So we look at the row and column I have just placed that token in. You get to move your book token for every book icon you can see, and you get a coin for every coin icon you can see. So early on, more money, potentially, depending on where you're putting it. Later on, more theory of evolution, as we've seen more species and formulated our theories and stuff. So I'm going to get from this 3 6 coins, which is pretty hefty, isn't it? And do I get the one book for it being on there as well, don't I? Do I? In the row and column, I think I do. The specimen, yeah. Oh no, I don't think for the one itself. That's just going to matter later. Yeah, the example doesn't include the tile itself. Right, so that's more money. And yeah, with me kind of leaving myself a bit more stuck for things to do, I think a better thing to do. So done all of the steps. Yep, that's our worker placed. That's everything we can do. And here's where Alfred gets in the way. It's space for my stuff too, Alfred. So hasn't done a deliver specimens at all, has he? So his top thing on his card is a main book action. Oh, we've done the objective, haven't we? Calm down, Alfred. It's not your turn yet. We're taking that back. So you never have to spend the things on objectives in this game. You just have to have them. So I've researched this species, just any flower, anything from the flower row, and I have more than 8 coins. So we have achieved this objective. When you achieve the objective and your tile was out here, you choose where it's going. Doesn't apply for the silver ones, but the gold ones have got a cost for a couple of the spaces. So I can go on any of these bits. I don't think some of the bonuses are going to be relevant to me. So placing here would get me a point at the end of the game, and I could perform the actions for one of my tents that's already been placed. I haven't placed a tent, so that's no good for me. I can just get points at the end. I can, at the end of the game, move my bookmarker in extra space and get some points. I can put a research token on my board for a... Oh, is that what you're saying, Michelle? Get another species with the objective and I can deliver the second in the same action. Oh, you're a genius. Oh, what's this one? 2 points at the end of the game. What is that that's got the coin in front of it? I thought I knew the other ones. That is actually a great thing to do. I don't even care what that one is. I can't see it. Oh, it's because it's not red in my player aid. You no longer pay the coin cost for taking seals in the academy. That's pretty nice, isn't it? But as combos go, let's forget we ever drew that card. As combos go, this now gets placed face down here as an achieved thing. So something else that's kind of cool is when you get objectives in this game, if these spots are full, like based on the one that you're taking, this spot's already full, you have to place the objective out onto your board. So you have to kind of pick the bonus it's going to get you before you've achieved it. So some planning involved there. But here, we can just... Yeah, you can gain anything that you're gaining can kind of be used later on in the action step that you're doing. So we don't even have to think about this space. This lets us put a marker on any of these bits that our explorer is on. So yeah, there are things later on that we could get without having to move our explorer loads. But I think, like, I don't know how likely it is that he's going to move a load of spaces. I have to move 3 spaces, don't I, to be able to catch up to that. A couple will let me do some correspondence as well. It might be worth... I haven't got green, have I? It would be nice if I could do it again. Oh, I suppose... Oh, yeah. I was thinking... I love Michelle's idea that we could just go there. We'd get loads of book movements as well. Oh... If we just did it, we'd get 1, 2, 3, 4 books as well for that objective. We'd only need a yellow seal to achieve that objective. And we could be getting like a purple seal. We could be getting our 5th worker. But yeah, Skycroft says the other option is, what about this fossil over here? That's 6 points at the end of this round. Well, 5 because -1 because I'm behind the beagle. But yeah, the fossil is a lot more spaces forward. And that's kind of something that we could secure now. But I could, I suppose, with my last worker, just... I should have saved the red worker. Could have got myself a nice seal. Could have done that. Yeah, the seal didn't matter there, did it? We could get the seal that we need. What do we need? A yellow? We could do that objective. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, let's say that I put my blue worker there and keep my red worker. So I am going to go for the last animal. I like the fossil idea, but I'm going to go for the animal. So still in this action, it's costing 3 coins. So the riches disappear pretty quickly. But we can deliver that species because we're still in the middle of this action. And you can just decide later on to... Well, not once you've finished the action, but we can decide now. Now we've researched someone new. That's the only time we can get that bonus. But we can place this down now, get our coin for being the first in the row, book for being the last in the row, and then the bonus is 1, 2, 3, 4 books and 2 coins. We're now at 5 on the book track from nothing, and we've still got 11 money. That's pretty good. So that when you move the explorer, it would be better to go to the camp. Yeah. As well, like that kind of takes the heat off racing to this. We could kind of stop off here because this would let us do some correspondence. It would let us get a tent out as well, which leads to bonus actions later on. And then, you know, that objective that's like, hey, do a tent thing again. Well, having a tent would be nice, wouldn't it, for doing that? Yes, I like it. So now I think I'm caught up. Last action. Go get a seal. Not now, I know. But last action, I think. Go get a seal. Go get a yellow seal. Right. That's why you got to always allow takebacks. Right. So Alfred is going to try and do a main thing. He's trying to make a distinction. Lucky he's going for B first because it's his only worker left. So out of the main actions, with no extra seals at the start of the game, the only place that he can go to is the Academy seals, but he's not got enough money. Actually, so I think he's got a rest. Yeah, so he would try and place in the academy, but he's got to pay 3 money and he's only got 2. So he can't go. So we've got to go to the next part of his card, which is rest. Which, yeah, it might seem good that, oh, he's not been allowed to do something. He's always allowed to do something. So he pops himself on the rest action up here. He's got 3 little hammocks for that. He gets 7 coins and 2 moves on his bonus track. So he's 3 away from another lovely thing up there. And there we go. That's it, isn't it? So last thing, this is going to cost me 3 coins. So if you have enough money to get a... Ooh, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, we can go for the... Can't think of the word. We can go for the seal like I'm going to. Like, just place the worker, pay the 3 because somebody's already there. But Skycroft says, pay 3 just the same to go and get a lens. Pop it on the red action. And get to do it anyway. We'd get to place 2 seals, 1 at a discount. And then that action's unlocked later. If we get a red seal for him, he can go there next time. Ooh, I like it. See, collaborative solo, it's the future. So I have to pay the 3. You wouldn't then get the 5 money. Oh yeah, if I want my objective to be the new worker, well, you don't have to unlock your next worker. But yeah, if I want the gold objective to go there, I need 5 left over. I'd be spending 3 to do the lens, 4 to do that. I would have 4 left. Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, there's no kind of coin reward coming from anywhere else. Would the other bonuses be okay, though? When we unlock this thing? What would the other objective things be? So that is get your 5th worker, but they're never going to get seals on them. So they can only do things like get objectives, do specimens. We would get the action now, though, wouldn't we? Like this round. 5th worker, round 1, and we could use them to go and get another objective to be working towards, maybe. This is a purple seal, so wild in terms of their objectives, in terms of placing them out onto the board. Amazing thing to have, and it costs nothing, even if it's going in a 3 coin space. 4 points at the end as well. This one is, you can go to occupied areas for 1 cheaper, so only pay 2 to go there, and 2 points at the end. This limits your penalties. So said for the Beagle bonuses, you work out how much you've earned, and then you subtract from it basically all of the penalties based on how far away you are from the Beagle, the brown boat. This limits it to the maximum penalty is 2, so you never have to worry about moving your boat, really. And this one is 8 points. The cool thing about the outright points ones is 5 and 8 points, but if you get both, you get an extra 4 points in the middle. So they're all like beautiful in their own ways. And I was so excited about getting a lens out and doing 2 seals. But I think, yeah, on balance, that extra worker could go and top our objective. We're going to have no objectives, are we? You could go top our objective up. It will be great. Let's go with, maybe that was plan A, the original plan. The not as good seal plan, but this will let us do our bonus worker. So 3 coins to go there because it was occupied. There is only 1 worker placement spot. Got to go up there. It gets you 1 seal with no discounts whatsoever. Purely for the objective, really, but it will also let us do correspondence if, by some miracle, that space is available. Max 2 penalty per section. Oh, so when they get to like 4s and 5s. So you still get like a fairly big penalty if you don't move at all then. Yeah, the Beagle thing's cool, but I don't know. Like I might move a bit. I don't know yet. I think it'd be up on my list, but I think for now I want the worker. So no cost on the worker to put that seal there. No cost in the row to put that seal there. Do they fill up at the end of the round? Or do they fill up straight away? I think it's the end of the round. I can't remember. But yes, seal has been placed there. Objective, we are 5 on the evolution track. We only needed 4. we have got 2 yellow seals, so we can achieve this gold one. And since we've saved all of the money to do it, I've still got 3 left over here. We can lock in 3 points at the end of the game, because it's got a 5 cost on there. We can lock in 3 points at the end of the game, and, where is he? Our 5th worker. So it can only go in, like, the more generic spaces, but generic spaces, the deliver specimens one doesn't need any seals. The research additional specimens, like, I could go and research the pickaxe. Couldn't I? To lock in 5 points at the end of the round. Yeah, placed on this space. Do all of that stuff. Yep, Academy. Take the wax seal. I think the wax seals are done in cleanup rather than just after you've taken them. So he passes, right? He doesn't do anything now. Because he's got no workers. So I don't think he does anything else instead. Let's think. So now both objectives get cleared at the end of the round. So the objectives currently are 2 temporary knowledge tokens. Ways of getting them. I mean, my crew member here can give me 1. They are strewn about on the islands, and there is an action to be unlocked in the future where you could go and get 1. Oh yeah, you could boost him with temporary seals as well. Think about that. He can't have seals next to him, but it's nothing to stop you from putting temporary ones. So 2 of them, and be on the same space or further than the beagle. Have researched 2 feathers, 2 birds, and have 2 lens tokens out. Any of those could be things that I do, but they're kind of far from anything that I've done so far, aren't they, really? I'd still get 2 coins for going there. They will get cleared out at the end of the round, though, for potentially much nicer things. Yeah, I've got nothing to... What else would we do with him? Can't afford to be putting lenses out. I've got nothing to deliver. We could research that specimen, like 4. You just get the token, right, for researching them. Yeah, you just get to put a research token on your board. We could just get the stamp income as well. What do you mean? Oh yeah, and there's always the 3 money as well that you can just go up. I'd rather have an objective and 2 money than just be getting 3 money. So we need to build back up again now, don't we? $5 points, and then that's never really considered again, is it? But it is like, it's totted up at the end, isn't it? You want like... Is anything actually bothered about the number of things you've delivered later on in the game? Or is it just these beagle tokens? You want completed museum rows, don't you? That you don't need like anything else there. I don't know that it's going to matter, is it, later on? But in terms of objectives, I suppose 2 temporary knowledge, it's not going to happen for ages. If I was on this letter and I got 1, maybe that would matter. I've got no lens tokens out, and that's probably going to take ages, isn't it? It's going to take a couple of rounds to do the lens thing. It'll take a couple of rounds to do either of the things. Objectives might care, but it's a gamble. Oh yeah, we could get something just with the pickaxe on it, couldn't we? Yeah, you could easily just research the birds that are in there. But getting 2 lenses is just going to take a good while, isn't it? And just encounter... I suppose like moving your boat a little bit, you can research a bird there. The other one is way on the last island. Let's see if we can do it. Grab an objective. Grab the golden. So we've got our free space so it can go there. And we get 2 coins as well. So then, that's our last turn. So we now go to turn order never changes in the solo. Oh yeah, this one is like, that will stay there. So we do, like, if we made that the correspondence that we went for, it could be easier done, couldn't it? Right. Yes. So we've had actions, turn order doesn't change, rewards is correspondence majorities. So he's up here, he gets 3 plus 2, 5 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every space he can't move here, he goes up to the thing and all. And then I'm not in second place, so there's no second place there. He moves his person and his boat. So the boat just moves the longest place. Not the beagle. The boat just moves the longest space, and he gets a research token on that species. And then for his exploration, like, it's just, yeah, the longest route possible, isn't it? Oh, he's going to get 4 money. He actually, does he doesn't care about things, does he? Oh, he researches all specimens he went through and does the last 2 actions that he reached. He's only going to go 1 space though, so he's only going to reach 1 action here. But he does get to the 4 money space, which I think is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a big loop at the top because he can't have any more money. He's full up. So that gives him an academy action. So the priority for the seals is the cheapest, then the worker's leftmost colour, then the leftmost available. He will never take a 4th wax seal in the same colour. So the cheapest is going to be blue or yellow. It's going to go in this spot, his first one, the top left, until we get to these brackets, and then he moves down. So like they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it goes on. So it's going to go on this worker. The cheapest things are going to be blue and yellow because they don't cost anything. The worker's leftmost colour, so that's yellow. That breaks the tie. So that's a 3 yellow worker one now. Doesn't cost him anything to do that, does it? Actions covered occur immediately, so he could get more bonus steps as he fills these bits up too. So we've done that. Yeah, he's moved his boat as well, and I can move my person 2 steps along. So I could stop early and have a temporary knowledge there. I didn't take that objective though. We can move 2 though. 1, 2. First person to go across this line gets a point. So that's something, isn't it? First point of the game. And how long that's going to last. And we are on a tent space now. So we get to pop our tent down. Like, that's the bonus action that we get to do for stopping on this space. So to establish a campsite, you have to pay any coin cost. So there's a space here that costs nothing and a space that costs 1. So obviously we'll go for the free one. Your tents have got to come top to bottom. So the first one's not getting me anything, but the second one, get me 2 coins, get me some bonus actions later on, get me a load of points if I can get all of them out. So that will go there though. And it could help later, I suppose. Oh, we could decide. So I get to do 2 correspondence. Now this could, like, if this wasn't the last tile, this could affect majorities, I think, later on. Or are they already decided? But I think I read in the forums that, like, these bonus ones that we're putting out as rewards aren't going to get halved, like, later on. Like everything else is. So you don't, like, gain them and then you've got to lose them straight away. So if I took 1 of them from this top row, I would get another 2 movement out here. I don't want the species anymore because I've already researched that species. So I could just skip past that and I would get 2 points and get an objective. Oh, the objectives haven't been... I could get that objective. Or I could just take them from a different stack, not get anything right now, but get stuff later. That sounds better, doesn't it? Gain objectives when there's something nicer that I like out there. I'm going to take them from the bottom, and I suppose it depends what he's going to... Oh yeah, I could just skip past that as well. Ooh, yeah, if I go this way instead, skipping past a lovely tent space, unfortunately, we could just go and get a fossil, couldn't we? Get another 2 points for going here first, and that's the round's objective, isn't it? And then we're still geared up with the stamps for the future, because if I put 2 down, I know what's going to happen is he's going to draw that action first, put 3 out, and knock my 2 out of the way. Right. Yeah, let's cut down there. So let's... I'm still putting stamps out, but I'm just clearing them out from... Let's just work our way down. So 2 stamps. He's still going to clear out whatever I choose. We could focus on exploration. There's still plenty to go on this island. 1 of each is nice, so we don't like completely lag behind the beagle. I'll kind of put these separate because these aren't going to get halved, if my reading of the forums is to be believed. So we've cleared out this section. We get a bonus, which is 2 more walking. 1, 2. We've gone past this line, so we get another 2 points. And we can put another little glass bead on this species here. So that's another species that can be delivered and could get us another 3 books and 3 money for doing that. No, 4 money actually, because the first row bonus is there. It's not a row that he's competing with us on just yet. We could wait until he's delivered that and we get an extra book when we deliver. Or we could wait until we've got another species to deliver at the same time. So yes, that's a bonus from something. Oh yeah, we got to move 2. We've let us put a tent out, which let us put 2 stamps out, which let us move 2 over here. There we go. That's all the correspondence majorities. Then the Beagle gold tile. So for me, it's 6 points for every fossil that I have researched, which is just 1. But then you have to subtract there's a lagging penalty. You reduce the award that you get for every penalty shown between you and the ship, which is just the 1 point at the start for me. So I would get 6. I'm actually just going to get 5 instead. And I don't know if it's on my little player aid for him. He just gets 3 right. It's different based on the difficulty that you're doing. It's 3 multiplied by the round number, I think. He doesn't get the penalty that I would get because he's moved. I was just thinking that's wrong. He does get a penalty, yeah, but he doesn't because he's moved. Right, that's that bit done. Beagle gold tile, lagging penalties, then clean up. Move the HMS Beagle to the next HMS Beagle space. So now I get -3 to whatever I do with this goal. I have researched 1 more animal. Any more animals, we've got to go and, yeah, we've got to go and examine the specimens already in the museum if we want to do better at that. Could be quite lucrative, just sending someone there to do it twice. Cost us 3 coins, but it's another couple for this, isn't it? Even with the penalty. Even if we stayed at -3, that would be 15 points. Because I've already got 1. Okay, we've moved the Beagle. Get your workers back. That's all of mine. Where are his? 1, 2. Oh yeah, 1's resting. Couldn't see the last one. Get your workers back. Remove all the objectives and draw new ones. So we've got... Oh, a lot easier. So a yellow seal, a green seal, and 3 personal lenses. But a flower and an animal, we've done that. Right? So that... He can come in and do those actions. He can get him away with that. Yep. Remove all the wax seals on the topmost scroll. Shift everything, all of them up, until there are no empty spots. And then from our lovely bag, try and peel them apart before they come out. So this one on the left, this one on the right, and then one more. I mean, there's only one green available, isn't there? Does that one go back in the bag? I'm not sure. Let's drink this tea, shouldn't I? An hour ago. Oh yeah, and there's the workers as well that I'm not really progressing towards. I suppose I am progressing a little bit towards my writer. There's the 2 yellow. We want 2 reds and a blue on there to achieve her goal, which is copy the reward of one that hasn't been achieved yet. So a good one to do first if we are going to do one. Yep. I've drawn the new wax seals. We're ready for the new round. Nothing to think about with turn order. We don't shuffle this because he hasn't had any of his deliver specimens yet. So I think we just keep going, right? Like, we only shuffle it when those things have been drawn. There's the first one. How much space am I supposed to have for him? Shuffle your cards sooner. So he is going to... Oh, haven't done correspondence. I probably reminded me that in the majorities bit. Everyone who got a bonus now removes half their stamps rounded up, and they go into the used stamps bit. There we go. And later on, once you've got no stamps, they start coming back from here. So actually, he's only one behind me in there. I suppose I could have left them there. Realising that's going to happen, I'll just leave him there. Because he's not going to come in here and take that majority away from me, is he? And if I do a correspondence action, I could just go into one of the others to try and get it. Right, so he's delivering specimens. So he has one available delivery. He places his bottommost available worker on deliver specimens. We don't have to worry about priority. He's got one specimen. It's getting delivered. So it goes there. He gains coins and advancements as normal. So he'll get this coin for being the first in the row. And then he is going to get 2 more coins. Just queue up that bonus in a minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4 books. So pretty much caught up straight off from that. He will pay 3 coins to do a second one. Ain't got a second one. He's gone past that bonus, so he moves his ship 1 spot. And that's going to just put him on some blank water. That's it, isn't it? He delivered specimens. Okay. So yeah, lovely objective there, but correspondence is tempting again. I mean, this is Explorer. Oh yeah, round 2, I haven't done that, have I? Thanks. One thing that the normal player aid, of course, won't tell me is the bot thing I need to do. Which is, I'm moving away from the mic, which is slide them down so they show you the current rounds thing. So yeah, he actually moves his Explorer 2 spaces. So it always goes the longest route possible and he gets all of the things. So 1... Oh, you're not seeing this, are you? 1, 2. So he doesn't get that. He gets 3 coins instead. He does, I think, research that specimen, even though I've already delivered it. It just means he's not going to deliver it. He doesn't get that. He gets 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. Right on a bonus. So I'm going to give him a Theory of Evolution advancement if I go on his lens. Oh yeah, get the lens first before him. I have got 5 coins, actually. So if we're willing to spend them all, I haven't got a temporary knowledge, so... Well, actually, I could just place the lens and go and do that. But then he could go and use it. So I'm reluctant to do that. We could unlock it on... Get a temporary knowledge and 3 coins. That's place an explorer on an island you haven't reached yet. That's quite nice. Other ones, you have to unlock the first one first. So it would just be like 3 steps rather than the 2. Not an action that I could activate again, although it's not an action he could activate again either. Hey, Utorio? Academy lens are also... Oh yeah, getting 2 seals. I mean, if we want to do the things as well. We want the... Oh, we don't necessarily need the green seal, do we? We do for her. She wants 4 red and a green. And you get a discount for doing it also. A load of boat movement's nice. Stop us getting as much penalty. I feel like we're moving okay on the islands. We're not like massively ahead. Let's see if we can get these workers experienced. So I might as well place you, right? Because we might need a seal for something else later. Pop a personal lens out, because we do want 2 personal lenses as well, don't we? So let's go for the academy. It's going to cost me 4 of me 5 coins. We just might have to be clever with our seal choice, because I'm a bit skint right now anyway. Oh yeah, and we do it. The downside is he's going to get to jump in if he chooses that. But then we can just go to correspondence and... Right, so... What are these actions? This one here, 2 yellow is already done and a green. And then we could go and do this action with this worker, which is do a locked action and, am I right in remembering, with no costs at all. You may perform all the actions associated with a locked action that does not have a lens token on it. I think you've still got to have the seal requirements, maybe. I don't know. I don't think you do. Yeah, that would be a good one to go to, wouldn't it? So she just needs a green for that. That doesn't help with her actual thing, though, does it? Unfortunately. Ooh. But it's a pretty cool action that we've like got access to then. But she is our correspondence person, isn't she? If we're shoehorning her over there, she's not going to do any more correspondence. I can't get like 2 reds and a blue to do this person though, can I? Or can I? If we put 2 reds on the blue guy, we could go and do this one, which is get a purple seal with no cost. What is the full thing of it? I mean, that's all the text that this is going to have on it as well, isn't it? You just do a locked action. It doesn't actually say on the proper player aid. I suppose it'll say in the internal bit, in text form. Perform all actions associated with a locked action. So I could just say, like, move the boat 4 spaces. Do 4 correspondence. I like the idea of just putting 2 seals on her, getting her silver certified and starting to get bonuses. I could put the things on him, not have him silver certified, and he would be able to put purple seals on people, which would be quite nice, wouldn't it, for flexibility in actions. She can get the colours she needs later. There, let's put a green, and then she wants a red, so let's give her a red. So the seals from the rows are free. I get a 1 discount on one of these placements. So that is going to be all my money. Because 1, I'm going to have to pay the cost on the space. But she is now silver certified, so if she goes and does this special action, she'll get 2 coins for it. Or if she went and did the correspondence, she'd get an extra letter for it. Okay. So that's me done. I put a lens out and things happened. Albert, one of them, he won't go and do a special lens if somebody's already there. He will try and do his people instead. So priority is A. Strongest main action he could do with the A worker. I mean, with 3 yellows, it's going to be correspondence, isn't it? Now with 3 letters, 3 stamps, he's going to get a bonus. He's going to do this thing in a minute. He can't take a majority from me with 3. But he hasn't got none anywhere. Topmost with fewest of his. Yeah, so he can't take the majority from me, but he can pretty much guarantee himself majority there. Whereas if I'd put my 2 like there or there, he would just be taking my majority right now. So bolstering it there, I think, was the right thing to do. Doesn't have to pay anything for any of that. He's fine. So now, we've got all of our stamps workers. Look at all of the stamps here. So that's been locked off to me anyway. So yeah, this action seems really strong. I suppose it is. His bonus... Oh yeah, his bonus for clearing stamps, which is a theory of evolution. He's on 5 as well. Does this just mean I can do anything? I could put an explorer out into the island. They're getting me 2 coins no matter what. Let's not forget that. I could just jump forward like 4 spaces on something. Which is like a tent and put a seal out for free. Oh, I'd have to pay a coin. But I've just had 2. So that'd be alright. I could do 2 more seals and one could be at a 3 discount. Getting her really close to what she needs. Oh, or helping out other people maybe a little bit. I suppose if I put the red and the blue on him, that would be a total cost of 3, so that's the discount. And then he could go and do this action and put a purple seal on someone. It's not doing stuff, I guess, is the downside. It's just building up our characters to be able to do stuff later. But the downside of that is, what are you doing with them now? Whereas I could be putting 4 correspondents out. Do I have enough money to get the card? I don't think so. So what does she need? I've got 2 money right now. She needs a red and a blue. Oh, have I? No, because it costs 5 to get it out and an extra 2 for the red and blue. So 7 with a 3 discount, that would cost me 4. So no. Can't get a card out right now, unfortunately. But I could get him very close, couldn't I? Oh, he doesn't. He needs 3 blue and 2 red. So he'd still be 2 away. He wouldn't be certified, but he would be close for later. He could stall for a turn and get an objective and then do the card. Oh, by having enough money. She could certify herself and I could get the purple thing that way. I think we can certify her later though. Because I suppose the objective is immediately achieved though, isn't it? And we could go for... Oh yeah, ignore the costs of the seal rows. Yeah, that's attractive. It's unlikely that he's going to take that away from me. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely, isn't it? So I think my red... I'm not going to boost my red one just yet. Yeah, let's go and get an objective. Because it'll get us 2 coins and it's immediately realised. I've got a poor one and a flower one. So, this is actually quite easy to do, aren't they? As long as you've got a thing. I could choose the time. So I could put 2 correspondents out as well. That's not very good though, is it? Oh, I could be in second place for something. It's always like perhaps worth putting something out. So you'd get like the second place. But ignoring the costs for the rows, if we want to put seals out, that seems like a good thing to have, doesn't it? It's just permanent, every cost. I'm sure that's what it said. You no longer pay the coin cost for taking the seals from rows in the academy. So I'd still have to pay this cost. That's pretty nice, isn't it? I feel like that could save loads later. And it's 2 points for the end of the game. I'm going to achieve it now. Done. I'm happy with that. And probably going to be annoyed with what he's going to do. So that's going to get shuffled later. How many stamps do I have in the second pile? Loads. 3. Yeah, because that would get me a seal at a 2 discount as well. I suppose like if she went and did correspondence, could get a seal that way as well. So deliver specimens. He's not got anything that can be delivered. So we skip down. He's going there. Right. Well, that's annoying. And what does he do? He just does nothing, does he? Places his bottommost worker, and he's going to move his thing 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that is frustrating, isn't it? So he's taking that spot away from me. And if I want to do this at some point, it's going to cost me now. So yeah, plans might change a bit. Maybe she is going to do correspondence, because I would still get to put 3 stamps out. And I could have majority of the middle, couldn't I? Because she gets to put the 2 and the 1. Downside is, I've got to pay 3 coins to do that. Do I wait? I suppose actually, does tying with me... It doesn't take your majority away though, does it? Because it gets... You both get the majority. I'm just wondering, would he go there? I think he would secure his own majority. I don't know. So yeah, I do want to do that. But... Yeah, he hasn't got a worker that's going to do correspondence. He's got this red worker now. Don't know what he's going to do with it. I think I want to do something free while it's available. But I don't think he's... Oh, he can pay 3, can't he, to go somewhere he's not allowed. So he can do these things. He can pay loads. I kind of want to go here while it's free, though. So we could, with our blue worker, just go and do some exploration. I suppose we've got our wildcard worker as well, and we could do some wandering. 1 would get us an objective. No, I'm not too fussed about that. 2 spaces, 3 coins. She could go and do the exploring, and then it'd be 3 spaces. It could be 5 coins or another fossil. I've got nothing. Oh, I have got something to deliver. That's a little bit tempting, because another fossil, deliver them both. Oh, I've got 2 coins I shouldn't have, because I haven't done that now, have I? I shouldn't have 2 coins. So I haven't actually got the 3 coins to be able to go and get something. Maybe I should just move me, explore a couple of spaces and get me 3 coins, so that I can do this later. I'm just not going to be able to deliver 2 things, I don't think. Might be able to next round. I mean, they're not particularly close to me, are they? Let's send me a wild card. There is C in this species, but it's not really important to me, is it? And we could like be looking at the pause as well. I'd need to remember that. That was a possibility. Do some exploring, just with you. Just move me 2 spaces. Just get me 3 coins. Come on. Okay, now he shuffles these, doesn't he? Because he's had 2 deliver cards come out. I mean, if we delivered him this, it's just loads of books, isn't it? The thing I'm thinking is, if she goes and does correspondence, she puts 3 more stamps out, gets me another seal, gets me at least joint winning here. Probably outright winning. So it's taking something away from him too. And I will get the 1 movement I need here. I will still get 2 further movements. I'll get that fossil. You can go on your chair. Marty's arrived. Your chair's waiting for you. Go on, so I can put the camera on. He wants to jump up. He wants to sit with me. But that wouldn't be ideal. We're actually going to chuck a treat on his chair. I'm very tempted to do that, to get the 1 extra movement and grab it now. get it delivered, get it done. But I don't think he's that far. I definitely want to go to the museum and research 2 species, though. Definitely want to remember that. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're shuffling his deck. That's why I'm talking. Deliver species, hasn't seen one. So he's going to go there still. No, he can't do that. So he's going to rest. Oh. I thought that was good, but it's not, is it? So, because he's not spent any money. Resting gives him 7 coins and 2 bonus movements. So effectively 9 bonus movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 2 more exploration. So he gets this fossil. No, he gets this specimen. And he places a tent, doesn't he? I think he has to pay, doesn't he? Gets the cheapest available. And then the reward. Oh, he does the campsite action. So he gets 2 correspondence. He can't take my majority. So he'll just put it to bolster himself a bit, which I think is actually going to put his joint first now. But he did have to pay a coin for that. And then this one gets him another book. Is it there now? I think you might need to turn the camera a bit, Rach. For a brief pause. We might see oh, maybe when he lies down we'll see him. Have a bit of mic cam. That's him out. How's he out? Oh yeah, because I'm going second and I've got an extra worker. Just wondering how I've still got 2 left. Right. So we want... I've got 3 coins, haven't I? But I want 6. That's just not going to happen. That's a blow. Yeah, I've got 5 coins. There's not much that can be done about it, though. I just can't do both the things I wanted to. What would I do with this last worker, though? If we're spending the 3 coins researching 2 species, it's so many points, isn't it? 6 points each. All we've got left is get a... Not a great objective. Oh, thanks, Michelle. I hope I do well. We could just deliver. Do a suboptimal deliver. Oh, I just really wanted to do that correspondence. If I do the correspondence, it gets me an extra walk. It moves me past a penalty spot as well, which is something. Yeah. I think we're just going to have to not get the correspondence, aren't we? We're just going to have to take back a bit. Put that worker there and get the extra movements. Just because I haven't got the money. Yeah, say we popped the certified worker there. We'd get the extra movement because that's a silver bonus. And then... we should earn money from this action, shouldn't we? So the first one is free. So decide which one you want to put out first. I think this one? No, this one first. Will get us more money. Will it? I don't know if it makes a difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2 books. And then pay 3 to do it again. Well, that's the first one in this row as well. Another coin. Pay 3 to do it again. Pop the red one in. That is 1 coin. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. So on 12 there. And it's still best to just research these, isn't it? 6 points each, even with the penalties. I'm just thinking, like, he is blue. We could go there and move a couple of spots, but it's probably, and we are going to be miles behind the Beagle. Gonna have to really think about that later. So going and research for the cost of 3 coins, I can have 12 points. It seems worth doing. If I had 3 extra money. You didn't get it from... Oh, yeah, I didn't go on the 3 money space anymore, did I? So could I afford that? Did I have 3? Yeah, because I had 2, and then I earned more. Right. I think it's still worth the... just research these things. It's not building up to anything later, is it? Is the downside of it. But yeah, paying 3 money to just move myself 2 spaces isn't very exciting. I'm going to research any 2 of these. I don't particularly mind. And so that cost me 3. Hopefully this is going to be available the next round. So I've researched both of them, and that's going to come into play in the bonuses at the end. Right then. So turn order never changes. Rewards. Correspondence majorities is him again. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money. He moves twice on the things. He gets a tent out here, which gives him 2 boats and a bonus movement because of his tent. And he also gets 2 points and an objective. Does he just discard objectives? He doesn't use them, does he? Oh, the objective means he moves 3 on the bonus track, doesn't it? So he just discards an objective. Can only discard that one, and it doesn't matter at this point anyway. And he gets 3 more movements. 1, 2, 3. And so he gets a book. Then... so that was just for that one. And he loses half. Then this one, he did 1 of each. 1 on there is 2 coins. 2. 1 on here puts him ahead of the Beagle. He loses half rounded up. And I get 2 movement on here, which I've got no paths to take. It is a lot of points though. So, oh, I don't get the first points though. Great if I got them all like he did. Got the last 2 actions. This is a temporary knowledge, probably going to be very useful, and 2 points, and I get 3 points for going through that barrier first, so on 13 now. Seems quite good. And yeah, 2 books, just loads of points and stuff, a free seal over there. Okay, and I lose 2 stamps again, unfortunately, also. Didn't give white the 2 points from exploration. Didn't I? Oh yeah, he's only had his starting points, hasn't he? So yeah, correspondence, done. Beagle goal. Animals, I've done 3 of them. That's 18 minus 2 minus 3 is 15. Still pretty good. And he gets his 3 times the round. He gets 6. No penalties. He's ahead of the Beagle. Yep. Oh, and flip them face down when you've done them. Okay. Then, the Beagle moves. It is miles in front. Get your workers. You could, in theory, with that space and a bit of money, we could maybe, fully certify a worker this round. You come back. Get your workers back. Get rid of the objectives, draw new ones. So we've got, what are you? Oh, is that have everything in yellow? Or is it just have one thing of yellow? Yeah, have one yellow, and this is two blues. So two red seals, got. Have a yellow. I haven't actually researched anything yellow. Maybe we should have spread out. Two blues. I've got one. And another one, two more in the museum. Next one's on like the second island, so that's far away. And catch up with the beagle. That's going to be the sticking point. Get another lens. Can we do that? Right, the last bit of cleanup. Do the seals. So slide them up. Some new ones come out in the top spot. Oh, we have to do 1, 2. And then, don't look, this one is in number 3. Because they're all stuck to each other in the back. Yep, new wax seals, empty spots, and time for Alfred? Keep forgetting if it's Alfred or Albert. Okay, he's going to try and place worker A in the best main spot for them, which is going to be the correspondence, isn't it? So in correspondence, he's going to put 3 out. So he is limiting his beagle penalties now. Maximum of 2 from any area is that. So that's his last stamp. He doesn't have... What's it anymore? Oh yeah, I'm moving the wrong things. Thanks, Janos. Should we just be swapped? I think we should just be swapped. Right. Yeah, I'm yellow, aren't I? Yeah, so he needs to place 3 stamps and he hasn't got 3. You just get them from the used stamps area now, I think. So he can take a majority from me, and he will. That's his action. So for me, I am scared of him taking that away. I haven't got a double red, actually. I don't think I can do lens first, just because I would love to do it. I've only got 2 money, because we did the double coster up here. So, well, if I do this first and do a locked action, that will earn me 2 money that I could use to get a lens. It's just that loads of his cards have got that up top. That's the downside, isn't it? Because that would be an objective as well, doing those 2 lenses. I haven't got any feathers yet, but that's easily done, isn't it? Just go to the museum twice. I don't see... I suppose I could go and get an objective for 2 money. But this seems a lot more lucrative, doesn't it? It would just be nice. What could we do? We could get 4 correspondence. We could get 4 beagle movement. Catch right up. Well, not catch up, but catch up with him. We could get a couple of seals. I don't think with 3 discounts, I'd be spending my last 2 money, and then that undoes the whole getting money part. I could get her objective, though. But that would be okay, wouldn't it? You could get 2 seals for her, complete her thing, which is have one of your bonuses, have one of your unachieved bonuses, which is either a free purple wax thing, or 2 books, a temporary wax, and 3 money. I was going to do this twice before we even played. Yeah, I can't afford to do the lens though. That would be my top priority, but I've only got 2 money. I could place a thing out on the island, and then for next time they would be gold certified, or we could just put out what I was thinking of last time. We could use this to give somebody 2 reds and a blue, and then they could go out here and start getting purple seals. But that's kind of slow going, isn't it? When they're not certified. Nice to get more things certified. So yeah, we could pay to get her the full certification, and then we could have this as the bonus. 2 books, a temporary thing, and 3 money. That seems kind of nice, doesn't it? I'd like to do everything with that. But yeah, I'm going to go here. So let's... Oh, we take 3 as well. Oh, no, you need 3 seals. You get 2. For just a bigger discount. So we need, to achieve her thing, a red and a blue. Might as well take the free ones, because I don't get... I don't pay the costs. He still does, I think. So let's pop them on there. I need to pay 5. I get a discount of 3. So I've still got to pay 2. Could probably... Let's put them the other way around so I remember. And then they are achieved. So we put the arrow from the card pointing to that worker. Done. And since money is what I really want, even though they're probably going to go and get the lens in a minute, I know. 2 books. I mean, having big multiplier here could help if we fill in the gaps in the museum. Temporary knowledge. And 3 money. So we can now afford any lens if that remains available to us. Unfortunately, our amazing certified worker is now used. Can we have the 3 points now that they're gold certified? They weren't when they were placed, were they? I'm gonna lean on no unless you know otherwise. Unfortunately, they're placing a lens. So, what's their priority for doing it? That the topmost worker can certify. Yeah, they are unlocking another correspondence thing and putting 4 correspondence out. 4 stamps out in the place they have the fewest, because they can't take a majority from me because I haven't got one. So yeah, stamps is looking like a bit of a lost cause for me. I could still go there. I've got nobody with 3. I suppose I could use my wild card and spend both of my temporaries to do it, but it feels like a lot of cost, doesn't it, to just do that. Right, that's their thing done. I have got 2 temporaries I can think about now, though. I could spend 1 on going up here and getting some more seals for other people so that they can do more things later on. And maybe unlock their cards later. Let's see, moving about, I'd like to do... Nobody wants loads of green seals on them, do they, to be able to do these actions better later. The benefit of doing correspondence would be 3 stamps gets me like a really cheap seal. But yeah, lens just... I think we got to forget about the lens for now. Yellows. It would just be 1 research thing, wouldn't it, to get a yellow? What's the thing now? Oh, lenses. The points is for lenses out as well. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it should maybe... Yeah, could have tried that last time. Yeah, we can still get a lens later. Right. So we've got very basically certified workers now. The benefit of moving the boat, that would be a feather towards this. And we'd be past 1 of the penalty barriers, but we're still getting the objective probably isn't something to really worry about because the thing is so far behind. Do we get explorers on the second island when the beagle moves, or is it when we move? I think we have to cross these banners to get our explorers on the different islands. That is really setting me back, I think. So yeah, I want the explorers here, don't I? Getting other things now. But that is a way of doing that. That's how we could put another explorer out. But that's putting a lens out and having a worker certified to do that. I mean, we can get a worker certified to do that by going and doing the lens action. We can probably afford to do it. And then that could be the thing that we unlock. Don't worry about the boat. Pop the explorer out, get them moved. It's an idea, isn't it? There's the yellows for doing that objective. Who do we want to do it on? You don't have to do their card's dream, really, do you, either? If you want to do a load of exploring, you could just pump someone up with greens. Because no one really wants yellow, do they? And I'd have to pay 3 coins to go and do that, because he's on that book. Yeah, everything's looking quite pricey for our dreams of lenses. Could beagle a tiny bit, could move a tiny bit, or 2 movements would just get us... We could stop early and get 3 points, or we could move the full and get 2 book movement, which is something. It's just not a lot. Ugh. We could just go and get the objective, get a bit of money. What would we have then? We'd have 7. So we could unlock a lens on a 4 cost space, but... Could we fulfill the silver objective? No. Not at the moment. I've got nothing in the yellow column right now. Annoyingly, I could have picked the yellow last turn when we got 2 of these. I didn't know that was going to come out. Could have maybe thought of it, because I already had something in green, but I didn't. Yeah, the lens cost is going to be offset because it's going to potentially be reduced by a lot, because we are potentially going to have to pay to do any of these actions. I think, does he ever research museum specimens? I don't think he ever does that, does he? I would like to do something here first. I think you're right, let's get something from the museum. But I don't think he takes that space ever, does he? So... Move 2 on the island is nice. I think move 2 on the beagle is better. Is it? I want to get on other islands. I think move 2 on the beagle, because that gives us a feather as well. And that's 1 penalty line we've moved past as well. It's not great, but it's something. Arthur, gonna try and put a lens out. Gonna try and do his A, not there. Gonna try and do his C. So what's the best thing his C can do? The only main action is C can do. He needs to spend 1, 2, 3 coins, because I'm occupying that area already, and he can move 2 spots on this, which gets him a research of this, and a book, and an objective. So he takes away... Gold is priority? Yes. He discards the gold objective, not the one we were thinking about anyway, and he gets 3 bonus for that. 1, 2, 3, which gives him 2 more movement on this. He always goes the longest way, so he's going to miss out on a thing, actually. That gets him 8 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which gives him a book. Okay. I think that's it for him. Oh, I haven't moved him over. Cards are getting on my wick. How far have I got moving back now? It was 3 on there, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did he get coins in the first place? Oh, yeah. No, he got 3 bonus movement, didn't he? And I just moved him 2 because of that. So he shouldn't have that. Just trying to work out how to take back what I've just done. He should just get 4 points and not move any more at all. So I suppose in one way, he's got to do less. But in another way, he's just got 4 points. Right. So we could go and get that specimen. I suppose that's not going to... It is going to cost... If I want to do 2 things, because the ideal would be... I suppose we could just get 1 thing and just get the yellow feather. Because we want to save money, don't we? Just use our person with no seal. Let's research that. Because that is a yellow and is also a feather for this. We've got 2 feathers. We just need another lens. And then we could go and get the objective next time. Oh yeah, we shouldn't have discarded that objective. We can get the objective next time and fulfill it, and we could either do a lens again or get some endgame stuff. The silver ones aren't as nice, are they, really? Get the objective and sample the yellow bird and get a lens. You can get both objectives. Yeah. I think we'd have the money to do it, wouldn't we? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to have to get a lens on somewhere that costs 4. So there, or one of them. It'd be alright, wouldn't it? It's doable though, isn't it? Right, his cards are right in my way again. Can't do a lens, can't do worker A. B, he can do. So the best space that he can go, he's only got red seals. He's not really gone towards getting any seals. He has got 2 red seals though, so he can go here. He's got to pay 3 because he's already in that section. But he is going to get to put 2 seals out. And he gets a discount, doesn't he? So his priority seal is the cheapest. So this one. So that goes there, and he gets 3 bonus movements. His next priority is the cheapest. It's going to cost him 1, but he does get a 1 discount here, doesn't he? So they're all the cheapest. The seal he's going to place is now in this spot. I don't know if you can see zoomed out. There's little brackets on his board. So you go top left space, then this one, then there's a bracket, so we go to the next worker. So this is the next one. Then there's a bracket, so that one would be the one afterwards. And then you go back up to the top left for going there. Oh, he is using my thing, isn't he? Thank you. So we could actually put a lens anywhere now, because he's using my, if he uses my personal lens, that gives me a coin. So the seal is going here. His priority is cheapest, then the worker's leftmost colour, which is red. So he's got a 4 yellow and a 3 red now. No bonus from that. That's his 2 seals. That's his action done. I feel like, do we need to read all of these? I only need to know when 2 of those have been out, don't I? Right. So now we want an objective. It doesn't matter who we use for any of these things, does it? So 2 more coins from that. And we want this objective that can be fulfilled immediately. We've got the yellow, we've got the 2 red seals. So if we were to get a tent again, that would get me 2 correspondence. I mean, we could tie here. He's not going to do anything else. I suppose is the benefit that we've got now. If I put... It just lets me reuse a tent's bonus, doesn't it? Perform the associated actions of one of your tents that's already been placed. So point at the end, and I would get 2 correspondence now, which could get me joint first in one of the things. I'm already getting second in there, and I'm getting nothing here. 2 coins and a temporary thing could be really nice. It's a shame that it's only 2, because that leaves me with 1 left on this little stack. But yeah, we can maybe get more objectives later on. Let's pop it there. Let's have the tent bonus again. I wish it was putting another tent out. But it just lets us put 2 stamps out, and let's... We could go second on here as well, so that we're like moving the boat again or something. But no. Let's be first. And... that's that. And oh, he's finished. So I can pay 3 coins to go in the same space as he was in. And pop a lens out. And the lens can be anywhere because we've got 5 coins. So three beagle would be very nice. Unlocking more movement, nice, but it doesn't really align with my... I suppose I haven't really got the explorers that want to move a lot. I have got these temporary things though, haven't I? New explorer out is what jumps out at me because we're so far behind the beagle. It would take a lot, wouldn't it, to get past this line. And we get to do the thing now, don't we? Is it you put the explorer on the next one of any island where you don't have an explorer? So what we can do is, I'm going to go for this one. So that is all of our cash. So no chance of getting a nice free lens at the start of the next round. Oh, we are going to get a bit of money. I don't think enough, though. We can actually use this explorer movement. If we placed on this island, that explorer movement that we'll get for being in second will get us 5 coins, which, depending on what he does first, could get us a lens. What I wanted to do was put my explorer out here, because feasibly we could move the boat this much, couldn't we, before the end of the game, and get our explorer out here. But this is going to take ages. But I think this is the better choice for the money immediately, and the last pickaxe is here. That's a full row. The last thing out there is loads. I suppose, yeah, I don't necessarily need more lenses either. Just that there is a lot of spaces into the island, isn't it? I need that bonus. I've already had it, haven't I? That's like, do a thing that was already on the island that you're on. Pop the Explorer out's definitely the best thing to do. I suppose this is closer. This feathered friend over here is not many spaces away, whereas this one is loads of spaces away to fill in that row up there. And we could maybe get the Explorer out here with boat movement. Or we just do this again later. Let the free movement be getting this fossil, and then 2 movement with an action later gets us onto that fossil. Deliver them both. Boom, I'm doing that. Explorer. You can go on that one. With this action that I'm unlocking by putting a lens out. That's the second lens. This can get unlocked. So, either a free plants is the next round bonus. It's stamps. Stamps is me text covering it up a little bit. It's have depleted your stamp supply. And then it's green seals. Not going to be great at either of them. I could potentially deplete the stamp supply if I go there a couple of times. Like, that can get me 4, can't it? I don't know. Well, it could get me 5 if I send them just there. 5? I'd have to use a temporary thing. But they're gold certified. That could be 5 correspondents and they can go on different things. Alright, that's next round though. Alright, so we can either have a purple seal. Pretty nice, wild card. We can reduce the penalty for going into an extra thing. 2 coins instead of 3. We could reduce the beagle penalty. I suppose that would be good now. It would earn us a point now, and potentially points for the rest of the game. Can't get 4 because the space is unlocked. Which one? I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, that cost me 3 coins, so I can't go there anyway. Let's reduce the beagle penalty. Right. That's done. That's done. That's all good. More tents would be nice. What am I doing? This was an action, wasn't it? That was put a lens out. Oof. Right. Winding back. Rewards. Correspondence majority. We've both got this majority. We both get it. So he gets 5 coins. I get a temporary knowledge. I haven't spent these. And 2 coins. So we're in the money a little bit again. We both lose 1. This one, he is in charge. He loses 3. And he gets 1 on an island. There. He gets that species. And 1 on the boat. He goes the long way, doesn't he? He pops a tent out. He doesn't have to pay for seals anymore. And he gets an objective, which translates to 3 bonus and 3 coins. So 6 bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both of these. 4 more points. And a correspondence, which I suppose he'll put up here for next time to take my majority away. And a seal. His next seal's going here. So cheapest, he doesn't pay anything anymore, so he just goes for the next green. Very samey on his workers, but effective. Right, what's that from? That was from that. Then this one, he is in the lead. I lose my only one, don't I? He gets 2 movements. 1, 2. So he gets 3 coins and a book. The objective isn't there, but I assume does he get the coins still? Discard an objective and move 3 along. Does he get those 3? Because I suppose if I got an objective bonus, I just wouldn't get anything. He gets 3 coins no matter what, which is 2 bonus and a coin there. Hey, high ground. Oh, you're getting it today. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely perfect timing. I hope I'll help you out in some way. 1 less bonus because 1 more coin. I can't remember what were we talking about when we said... Yeah, he's not having them 3 coins. It feels right, doesn't it? But we're ruling there's no objective for him to get. He gets those 3 bonus steps, doesn't he? As a way of compensating for the fact that he can't actually achieve an objective. But there's only 2 objectives out. I think he already discarded 1, so it's his own problem. And I'm in second place, so I get 1 travel movement. Let's move up there and get the green tree. And yeah, we can do 2 more green movements and we can deliver 2 things. Brilliant. Right. That's correspondence done. Let's try and catch up on everything in my head. Lenses. I've got 2 lenses. His penalties are limited to 2. So I actually get 2 and 2 taken off. So 4 subtracted still leaves me with 6 points, doesn't it? He gets 3 times the round, which is 9. And we're done there. Lagging penalty is all done. Oh, he's got a lagging penalty, though. He's got -2, hasn't he? He's got the limiter as well. He gets a penalty as well, though. He is 1 step behind now. And the beagle moves again. Workers come back. Where is he there? 2, 3, 4. Objectives go away. There ain't none. So we've got there reds. I've got all 4 reds, so that's pretty good. 2 blue seals, yes. Have 14 coins. Don't know about that one. Oh yeah, thanks. Let's do his cards now. Objectives done. Wax seals. We actually took a few more than usual. So a couple more on displays. Good job. I didn't really want green because it's not coming out very much, is it? And then you 3 are going here. There's a green. If you wanted one. So I could maybe use this to get 4 steps. 2 coins and 3 points. Or we could just get 5 correspondence and it can go on different things. 5 correspondence would actually be both of these bonuses, wouldn't it? A free seal and 2 beagle movement. Get me past 1 barrier. Right. We need to beef someone up, don't we? So they can do this. I don't know if we're ever going to do that. Right. Is that everything? I think that's everything. He starts though, doesn't he? He hasn't delivered 2 species yet. He is going to place worker B. What is the best place worker B can go on? It is my space. So I get a coin. But he is going to get 2 seals. Cheapest doesn't matter to him anymore, does it? So the next one he places is back up here. So he wants a yellow. And then it's this one. So he wants a yellow. So he gets 4 bonus movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 island movement. He goes the longest way. So he gets a tent, which moves his boat up to the Beagle. Ooh, not great for me. Well, I don't know if that makes too much difference. The tent costs him a coin, but gets him another seal. The next seal goes here, so he wants a red one. And, oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I could use the temporary knowledge, couldn't I? So someone else can do this. What did he do? Oh yeah, he got another seal from that. Did I give him 5 coins? I don't think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more points. Then. Okay, so we could... No, we've only got 3 coins. We can't place... We could place the lens, but I don't think it's the thing to do, is it? He could very easily, in a minute, just do the correspondence space, couldn't he? And... I don't want to pay 3 coins, but let's just do it. Correspondence. He's going to get in the way. So the 3 coins was so I could go there, because I didn't take the thing. Yeah, do it before he does. I agree. So we've got 5 things. We're going to get bonuses in a minute. What do we want the most? So he can come to a space and put 3 letters out. I don't think I care if he ties, though. I could just... Like, if he's going to put all of this energy into putting letters out, I could put 4 here, guarantee me first, even if he comes and puts 3 out. I suppose he might put 3 and 2 out and just take it away from me. Put 4 there, thinking I'm going to tie, and then put 1 there so I'm in second place. That's what I think. I think points are just in store if we get extra movement. That's what I feel like anyway. We also get 2 beagle movement. Let's just do that, because there's nothing to think about there. And then seals, we could... Your things just aren't getting done, are they? We could see if somebody could get something they want. Like, she wants a green. Yeah, the discount's going to be wasted because the rows are all free for me. But you want a red and a green, so that's potentially 1 less temporary I need to pay. And all of our stamp rows are empty now for the bonus. He gets a... Oh yeah, that's his lens, isn't it? So he gets a coin, which is a bonus move. Thank you. And it's him up now. He is going to pop a lens out. Bottom 1 goes there. And what's his priority? Topmost lock location that the topmost worker can specify. We don't have to worry about that. So he goes to his next worker along. Does he do his second-most worker if his second-most worker isn't present? Is he thinking long-term, like his red will be able to go there next time? Or is he thinking short-term? Let me just check. Yeah, the next worker row. It never mentions whether the worker's available or not. So he's going to unlock the last red bit and pop 2 seals out. So his next spaces, he just fills up this row now, doesn't he? So he wants reds to do this row. I don't think he's bothered, is he? So that's 4 more bonus spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 walking. So 1, 2. That's 5 points. And a temporary knowledge, which is 3 coins, which is 3 bonus movements. There we go. Is that right? Am I caught up with what he's doing? Yep. Puts that there. That's all good. I don't think he paid for a lens at some point. Move him back 3, because he should get 3 coins instead. Oh yeah, he should get his second explorer. Oh, which explorer does he move? Yeah, good point. Because he just got to move 2, didn't he? So he might not have that stuff. An explorer not on the end of the island, then the rightmost island. Right, let's undo that, because he can get in front of me, can't he? So he doesn't get those 5 points. I forgot that he's gone past that line. He's gone past both lines. He's got both explorers out. Oh, he's going to get in front. Ah. Right, minus 3 coins, because he hasn't had the temporary knowledge. So he moves 2 on this one. But he does go the longest way, so I can maybe be first on this. But if he delivers specimens, he'll deliver the one I've got first. I was saving it so I could go and get this. What's he got? He's got 1 card. So he's going to deliver specimens next round, isn't he? So do I do it inefficiently, only delivering 1 to do it first? Well, I suppose if you wait, you will only be delivering 1 anyway, because he will have delivered the other one. Right. So he's moved 2 on this. He gets to... I haven't had those 3 points, have I? For going past that line first? I don't think I have. I think that's the first time I've spotted them. So he does get the 3 points on this space and the 3 coins from the temporary knowledge. And he's got the research token for this green leafy. Then... yeah, we've got to do it, haven't we? We know that's what he's doing next time, and he's just not going to have anything to deliver if I do it. He'll do something else instead that's probably equally annoying. He goes on one of these, doesn't he? I don't know. No, actually, the top right and top left are out, so I don't know what's in the middle. Yeah, we're delivering. Just deliver 1. This one. So, it's not the first or last. You get 3 coins, which will be helpful, because he's probably going to mess about. And then 1, 2, 3 books. Nothing else for that. But then he is going to deliver specimens. No. He can place his A worker. Can't place it on the top spot, though, which is a bit of a comfort, I guess. 3 correspondence. And it's all got to go on taking a majority away or boosting a majority of his. I suppose he would try and equal his. I think in the rulebook it only mentions taking majorities. Let me just check how it words it. The top envelope where it takes majority away from me. Otherwise, the topmost where he doesn't have stamps, and the envelope with the least number of his stamps. Either way, that's the envelope with the least number of his stamps, so he'd go there, wouldn't he? Yeah, just a thing is like, he's not taking a majority away from you because you both get it. It doesn't matter in this case because he goes here anyway, but yeah. Not quite sure on that one. That's it. Just does that. Okay, then I want to move my explorer a bit so I can be there first. It doesn't really matter because I don't know if I'm going to deliver again this round to do that. I want to by the end of the game. I also want that so we can fill in that row as well. I don't know about this row getting filled in. Where is that? Oh, they're both here on this island. Oh, you could do that and get your explorer out. I suppose I don't get the coins and stuff here, is the downside anymore. Could spend some temporary seals and get 4. Oh, yeah. Could get 4 beagle movements. Just so we're on that island as well, I guess. If we stopped off at the tent, we could get an objective if we stop off at the tent. But we wouldn't cross this lovely line. Oh, we would. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you have to stop there though, don't you? I think I have to stop there. Yeah. I'm not going to stop there. I really want an objective and 3 coins, but I don't get to bend the rules like he does. Yeah, catching up objective-wise is going to help anyway, isn't it? Let's... So you have got a red and a green. So you've got the green I need. I just need to spend 2 temporary for the yellows. And then you can do any locked thing. We'll do 4 beagle movements. Catching me up somewhat, and my explorer can go out here. I want this one more because it completes a row. Just by itself. And maybe we'll get some more movement from all of this. Right. That's it, isn't it? That's the action. He shuffles his cards. We'll get in there. And he is going to try and place his main worker. So the only thing that you can do with... Oh, he's got 2 seals. That's locked, though. So he can move 2. Rightmost island. 1, 2. Right. Loads of icons again. So 3 points. And 2 correspondence. He can take majority away from me now, can't he? Annoying. Then, tent. He gets 4 points for the tent being removed. It's going to cost him 2 coins. Plus 8 points for this tent. Another 12. What did I just move him? 3 points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And another 12. So he should be on 54. I haven't got another cube. I think it's in the box. He's just going to have to use this timepiece from one of the expansions. Right. Is that him? What's he just done? Oh, he's just moved a bit, hasn't he? Right. That's just made it so it's going to cost me when I move. Okay. That's him done, though, at least. There's not a lot we can do. Oh, objectives. Probably want to grab an objective. 14 coins. I don't see happening. Especially at this stage. I've only got 3 coins. So I can only really go into a main action area once, and I probably just want to move my Traveller a bit and get a species. Maybe with the stamp bonuses, get this one at the end of the round, and then next round, if we end up with some money, I can... Oh yeah, because the movement will happen separately as well. 1 movement, 5 coins. 2nd movement, get you that. And... Or we could just get 2... Nah, don't get 2 correspondence. He can have his correspondence. Right, 2 movements. Get me that species. I wish these could remind you of, like... I know you can look, but... I wish they could remind you in some way of what was, like, important. Like what hasn't been delivered yet. Just a glance at your own board. Right, done. And then last one. I don't think he's in danger of delivering it just yet. I suppose he could just deliver it first thing next round, couldn't he? Because he's probably going to move to it, because it's the rightmost island, isn't it? He's going to... Any movement he gets from here, he's going to... get that species, and the first card next time could be deliver a species. Delivering the species would get me 6 books. And there's looking to be, not guaranteed, but possibly 3 rows filled in that museum. So it's like number of rows multiplied by your multiplier on this track, isn't it? 2 points plus 1 for every completed row times by your multiplier. Like, he's right behind me, though. What's been the point? Deliver it so he can't get the books. He'll get the books. Deliver. Right. Deliver, you'll get 6 books. And that's completed a row, so that's another 1. So 1 for completing the row, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got a 12 times multiplier. more than that stuff. You can fulfill the silver object. Oh yeah, we can also get a book from there as well. By doing a silver. I think getting in front of him was right. Hopefully, the next silver will be achievable as well. But yeah, watch his card not be delivered. I know there's only 2 in the deck, but it could be the first one. It'd be really annoying if he got 6 books ahead of me. For all the effort I've put into evolution. Right, rewards. He's in the lead on everything. So he gets 5 coins and I get 2. He gets a movement there, so he researched the species I've now handed in. And boat movements. I get 1 of them. So I'm thinking it is catching up a little bit. There's 4 coins here, but that doesn't move me forward, does it? That, and then we'll take the other movement and get the species. That was the plan, wasn't it? And I think that's pretty good. He is going to race in front of me. Oh no, he's not going to move this one, is he? He's going to move this one. He is going to get the points and be in front of me on there, but go for it. I'm going to have the 5 coins here. Open things up for where I can place. Then he's got a ridiculous amount here. He's still going to have 3 after we've taken half away. I'm going to have 2. He gets 2 movement. He'll just do this island, though. He's going to get so many points for this. Right, he's the first across this. So he gets 5, 9, 12 points. And 2 books. And an objective, which I guess is still there, so he can have it. Which would be 3. Yeah, 3 bonus movements. Then I get 1 movement. I'm going to move here and get that species. Just I'm helping him, aren't I? Filling these rows up. You can fill the silver objective. Can Alfred occupy the same space on the island as you? Oh yeah, isn't he supposed to skip over me? That might have been making a difference all game, actually. I don't know. What has he just moved to? Because I don't know what he does, because, like, he gets 4 points every time he's gone over the track. Right. I think we've gone past this solo mode being competitive and just being into that. This is easy mode. What is this? Yeah, someone else can work that out. He should have about 60 more points or something. Yeah, you get 4 points, don't you, every time you go over that. We'll see. Maybe I'll get some points at the end. I won't flip the table just yet. I don't know. Where was I even? I'm moving our space and researching. What's been the point of evolution all this time? The Beagle goal. So I've done all 3 of these. So that's 24 minus 4. But it's a maximum of 2, actually. So 24 minus 2. I do get 22 here. So that's caught me up a tiny bit. Tiny bit. And then the Beagle moves. Workers back. His workers back. Yeah, I'll hopefully get a lot more than him. It's just that the multipliers take so many spaces to get up, and you can only get to 15. So, like, I feel like he's going to get, like, 30 books in a minute. Oh, yeah, his round points. What's he got? What was that, round 4? He gets 12. I've got to do all these seals still, haven't I? New objectives. Oh, yeah, thanks. There's Alfred. There's his Beagle. Easy objectives. I haven't got 2 tents out at this stage, so that's a pain. That one's instantly doable, though. It'd be nice to do these and get, like, 17 points. It'd be nice to get the extra book, though, I guess. If it mattered. It'd be annoying to get that extra... Oh, it's an extra to your multiplier, isn't it? Rather than extra space. Oh, I'm gonna do the seals. I mean, there's been great bits. There's a lot of great stuff happening, but it feels like a lot. It feels a bit much. Nope, there's two different ones back to back there. Like the effort of not so much maintaining it, but also thinking about it, is at times outweighing the fun factor. But we are nearly there. Right. Have I done all the bits? Yeah, wax things is the last. I've slid his things in. What else do we need to do? Beagle. Oh yeah, done that now. Round scoring. Oh, yeah. Green seals. I mean, it's 4 points each. It's a pretty poor one to come out at the end. I suppose like you could have. It feels like it would have been a complete waste though. If I'd have just put green seals in everybody, all they'd have been able to do was this. These special ones haven't really involved green. The cards I got dealt didn't really involve green. I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to matter. He's putting a lens out anyway. For better or worse, it can't affect his top 2 characters anymore, so he's going to put one out in Travelating. So he's got to pay 4 coins for that and move 3 spaces on this island. He can't move 3 spaces anyway. He gets all the specimens, doesn't he? But he only gets the last 2 actions that he got to. So he gets 3 points for being the last person there, and he gets the actions of the last 2 spaces. So that is 19 points for doing that. So he's like me there. And that's all he does, isn't it? He did a thing, it did some more things. Right, let's do some things. We're only 2 spots from another thing. Thank you.
Everybody having fun?
I think so. So I'm only 2 spots away from getting this species, and then that's another row done. And it's tempted to just do the locked action. Do I get the species ones for the ones that I fly past? Or have I got to land on them all? I think I've got to land on everything, haven't I? I've got to stop on the specimen. I think we could, like... I'm leaning towards, right now, just going and getting the specimen and delivering them both. And maybe getting this one, like finish the museum, hope that the books carry me through. Do I want just 2? I suppose you give him a coin if you want 3 steps. And I don't need 3 steps. No. I don't. Has he gone? Yeah, he put a lens out. Yeah, move me 2. So I get 3 points for going past that thing first, if that matters. What colour am I? 3. Right. With the gold... Oh. Oh yeah, I could send them, couldn't I? And then what's their bonus? You can stop to perform... Oh, so I could have the benefit of 2 things. So if I pop them on there, they would be able to move 4 steps and do 2 things. I don't think I need them to do 4 steps. I could get another tent out, I guess. If I went there and stopped there, and it would be some points. It'd be a bit of money. Yeah, I could just get 4 money if I just stayed on the free one. Or I could use my last thing. But I might need... I suppose the downside of using them for this is that they're not going to be able to do the beautiful locked thing later. Because I'm not going to have all of these to be able to do all those. So I think I'm going to stick. They're probably going to end up doing this. Maybe some correspondence, I don't know. Yeah, we'll stick with the little one. They could still do this later if I wanted, or something like that. Yeah, we'll just have the little exploration for now. Then, can't put a lens out, so they're going to do their A worker, 4 correspondence, 2, 3, 4, and I don't have any majorities, so the topmost one that they've got the fewest stamps on, done. Then, if that was unlocked, it'd be great. Like, if I could move 5 and stop twice, get that tent and that thing. I want to deliver, don't I? Let's just deliver. Before I waste my money on something else. I've got 2 species now. Let's get these books. And then we'll worry about that one in a minute. Right. I've paid me 3 money. That's what that was. I'm doing 2. Right, so you're going there. And I don't think it matters the order really, does it? So you're getting me a coin. And 5 books, and then you are filling the row, so a book and a money and 5 books. Do I just get nothing once I've gotten to the end? Like, nothing for... There's no symbols saying that I get more for going past the last bit. I think that's that. Worker B. So it's got loads of things. You can go to the bottom thing, and that's not my seat. That's not my lens. So then, where are they going next? He just wants greens, doesn't he? There we go. Well, stop me getting some points there, but I probably wasn't going to get them seals. 3 bonus for that. 1, 2, 3. That gives him 4 books. I know he's still fairly behind on that, isn't he? Right. So how many times do you reckon he's gone around that bonus track? 5? More? Probably more than 5. I don't know what a good estimate will be as points to give him. Right. I want an objective, don't I? If there was 5 movement, I could go here, just get an objective, and get that. There's not 5 movement, though, so stop thinking about it. I don't think a lens is really feasible. I would need 5. I would need 2 more money. It's possible, isn't it? I could get... But then I wouldn't need the objective if I went there and got 2 coins. She could just get me 4 correspondence and spread it out a bit. So I get, like, the bits of bonuses. Just now it seems like getting that species is a waste of time. I suppose it gives me another 14 points. It gives them 9 points. So it gives me 5 points. Oh, and I suppose that would be a load more points for getting to the last multiplier, but loads of excess space is just wasted. Yeah, the crew cards I just kind of put it out of my mind after the other ones seem so far away. But I suppose you could make that your focus. I just don't know, like, surely you can, but it just seemed like by the time I'd done one, the others had nothing on them. Maybe you built them up gradually so everyone got a silver bonus? I don't know. So I don't even need to go to the locked lens thing, do I? I can go here. I suppose that gives them a coin, is the downside. And I could still move 4 spaces. I don't need the book, though. I suppose I could stop off and get 4 coins or... Nah, get the locked lens thing. Stopping off twice is attractive, isn't it? But let's just do the 4 movement. Get that species. Got 4 points for going past that first. And get 2 coins and 3 money. The other way around. No, 2 coins and 3 points. For them being certified on there. Willard. B, no, well, C's the only one left. So green, they do that. They got to pay 3 coins. They move 3. They're at the end of this one, so they'll move this one instead. 1, 2, long way round, 3. So they get that and do 2 actions. So get this one that's already been delivered, so we're safe from that. 5 coins and 4 points and the gold objective. Probably wasn't going to get a tent. And the tent translates, the objective translates to 3 bonus, which is 6 points. And deliver, and then the last thing that I want to do is, I suppose, get an objective. I get +1 to the multiplier, and that's going to be like 6 points. Doesn't seem like a lot now. I say it's another 2 for the thing. Just do it. I've done it. There's another multiplier. They're finished. Deliver 1 thing. It's this. I get the book for delivering. I get loads more books that I feel like I wasted. Unless there's a bit I'm missing, unless there's an errata that says you get something for going 6 spaces past the end of that. And that's that. Right. Didn't do any correspondence, I guess, is the downside. But is that going to matter? Well, I suppose 1 movement, I can get an objective here. And 5 points for this. I don't think there's anything else I could have done with my worker, though. Gone and got 3 coins instead of 2. Difference does it make? Right. Correspondence majorities. They get 5 coins. They've gone round, so 4 points from... Oh. I'll say they went around 6 times. Given 24 points. Maybe they went more than that. So they should have been getting 4 points every time they went around that. Second, and they lose some, but I don't know if it really matters how many they've got down there at the end. They get a walkabout, which puts a tent out, costing them a coin. Oh, they got no tents. You have it out then. And a beagle. And then they're in the lead here. So they get 2 movements. They get that species. It doesn't really matter though, does it? And a temporary, which is 3 coins. And 2 more coins, which is 2 of that, which is 4 books. And I get a movement somewhere. 3 points there. 3 books there is a complete waste. So 5 points and an objective. Can't have an objective. So it's 5 points. It's the most though in it out of what's available. And then that's that. Beagle. Green tiles. I've got 2 green seals. So that's 8 points minus 2, 4. Because these penalties get reduced to 2 each. So still 4 points, I guess. They get 3 times 5, so 15, minus 5 for being 1 behind him, so 10. We don't need to do the cleanup stuff, do we? Final scoring. I assume there's no extra stuff for their final scoring, is there? Is it on the player aid? I don't think they get stuff, do they? They both get endgame points due to the multiplayer rules. You need more points if there's a tie. We'll cross that if we come to it. Right, so objectives. Well, they just don't get anything for that, do they? Objectives. I've got 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 points there. And a move me book. I get +1 to the multiplier. We'll work that out in a minute. What did I say? 4, 6, 7, 9, 13. Looks like we're catching up. We are 50 behind, though. Silver and gold objectives bonus. What? What did the first bit mean, then? Oh, if you got these, you get the one in the middle. Maybe that's what that bit meant. Worker bonuses. So you get 3 points for every worker that got this many seals. An extra 7 points for every worker that got this many seals. So 10 points for one of my workers. They don't get any of that, I guess. Points for placing all of your campsites. Nope. And then Theory of Evolution track scoring. So it is worth the maximum, really. 2 points plus 1 for every completed row is 6 points. Times your multiplier. So for me, it is 6 times 16, isn't it? So what is that? 32 times 3, so 96? Is it? And then they get 6 times 10, which is 60. And then remaining coins, 1 for every 5. I need a lot of coins to catch up there. 1 for me. Oh, and temporary knowledge is a point as well. So this is a bit hazy. They might be entitled to a bit more if they went on the around the bonus track more times than I kind of guessed towards the end, because I only realised that when it was mentioned towards the end of the game. But yeah, that's easy mode. I suppose like it was pretty close still. Is it 193 to 209? So closer than it might have seemed before. But yeah, I think there's plenty of great times, like, and lovely combos happening. And it's not even like, I don't know, that you're not doing a lot of thought of what they're doing. Like, there's just kind of I would say less overhead than a lot of David Tort's solo modes, really. So I don't think it's the kind of solo stuff. Yeah, maybe just the kind of picturing of the game outweighed it a little bit. I enjoyed bits of it, but currently, like, it's, I don't know. I like it more than, I know they're very different, but it's a similar feeling to like Endless Winter, being like, well, this is very nice and it's very pretty, but I don't kind of feel like desperate to dig into the expansions that are included in the box or the separate little ones that I've got that came with it. I don't know. It's yeah, I don't want to be like all negative about it. I'm just not raving about it, unfortunately. At least we got a bit of Marty. Kind of. Always angling himself, so he's not quite on camera. Yeah, so this one, someone said early on, right, that like correspondence is like their focus. I think we got a decent amount of correspondence done. A couple of rounds like this one, where we got practically nothing. Maybe should have stepped in to get stuff. I don't know. It felt like, since they were unlocking those things, it was better to go and do the things they just unlocked rather than letting them do it twice. Maybe it wasn't, though. We did get a lot more points than them in the end, didn't we? Like 96 versus... We still got 60. We only got like 30 points more for delivering almost every species and doing a load of other stuff on the tracks. They still got like a lot of the points we did get. Yeah, they're very... I don't know why. Other than just being like fancy Kickstarter projects, I shouldn't really compare either of them. And I definitely enjoyed it more. But yeah, I'm not getting that warm fuzzy feeling that's like, oh, let's do this again and throw all of the expansions in. I think my head would just be in my hands trying to remember the expansion stuff as well. There's like scenarios that are on it. There's pirates. There's one of the expansions, just from reading kind of comments on Board King Geek, that one of the expansions adds like a bit of a chance element to it. One adds like player powers that you can have on top of like your crews and stuff. There's like a scenarios mini expansion that change the focuses of the game. Researching specimens and writing correspondence become the primary focus in scenario B1, and they all come with like different tiles and stuff as well. So like all of the special tiles, the objective tiles, the correspondence tiles, more of those all get added in based on which of the expansions you're putting in as well. One of them adds Darwin as a worker. I'm not quite sure how you get him. That's like a separate... I don't think that was in the box. That was in a little envelope that I think I added on to my pledge. One adds animal companions. Okay, well, it might have been too much overhead, but yeah, that one sounds like the best one. Do that one. There's adventures as well. You saw all those little wooden tokens at the start. I don't really know how... There is another side of the board that is for if you're playing with one of the modules. Yeah, there's like pirates. You can discover treasure on the campsites, and there's a pirate ship that can... Like, does it raid the other players? I think there's an action you can take that moves the pirate ship. Yeah, if you get to a campsite and the treasure isn't there anymore, or you just don't want the treasure, you can move the pirate ship instead, and at the end of the round, everyone who's on the same space as the pirate ship, so you can avoid it still. Everyone loses 2 coins plus 2 additional coins for every treasure they currently have. So, like, there's some risk added. Animal companion. Oh, it was a mini expansion as well. We could have added that. Oh, are these like the powers? Give you an initial benefit during setup and a one-time use action during the game. Oh, we could have had Marty playing with us. Yeah, there's some little, like, solo extras and stuff to that to add on to the standard game. You play with a different side of the board that's got an extra section for these new tokens. Yeah, you get the bookmark for 4 players in it. Yeah, there's the file and expansion. I think that's the first main one. And then there's like a little... There's Falmouth Port expansion that came in a little separate box, and the Darwin Worker mini expansion that was in a little envelope as well. But there we go. You can seek out further. Maybe there will be future videos from other people covering all of the extra bits and bobs. I hope, though, somewhere along the way, this gave you an idea of what Darwin's journey is like. If it's new to you, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your help as well. Reminding me of some of the plates that got dropped. Trying to catch up with it all. So for now, that is it for live this week. There will be, on Sunday, the start of a new Eldritch Horror series. Yeah, episode 1 will be going up on the channel this Sunday, and episode 2 will be going up on Patreon. And Rachel's there. And then there will be new playthroughs and stuff next week. Oh, there's Pioneer Rails is going live on the channel. There'll be a couple of live things. I think we'll continue the Heat thing on Thursday probably. I think a new vote is going to come on Patreon as well next week, because the week after is the anniversary of the channel. So we'll do some kind of special voted for, probably something we played that people want to see come back the most, maybe, for the anniversary week. There's all sorts of stuff coming up. You can help it happen on Patreon and Ko-fi if you would like to. There are links to those in the description. Was he having a little dream? No, he's not really asleep. He's probably just irritated by me speaking. But yes, for now, that is it. And I will see you for some more pre-recorded things on Sunday. And then I'll pop the schedule on Patreon on Monday so you can see what I'm up to next week. Thanks so much for all your support and for watching and helping and stuff. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.